gaming. What the heck is that on my health bar? Is that what they meant when they were talking about a block stat? Is it's just gonna literally be a shield that makes you soak up damage? Because I talked about that in my video that I posted today, where it was like reflects lethal damage once or something. Anyway, oh god. I made a mistake and I signed into Trove on the Steam client so that I could get a screenshot of that mount from the last pack video, and it messed up all my mods. And they're not in my mod folder. I can't get rid of them. Like, look at all these beams. I don't have any of these mods on. Anyway, Goblin Hour. Hey, PH. Hopefully some notifications will go out because we're on the test server, yo. I mean, I have to reinstall Trove, aren't I? The only way I'm gonna be able to fix this. Hey, Mimo. So I haven't gone through the test, the patch notes or anything like that. I don't think we're gonna do that on stream. There is the new Mystic Gems. I just exported my account, and then otherwise, I am expecting when we open up the Atlas. No? I thought there was gonna be something visually different here. But we do have long shade of all the elemental worlds except for Geode. What? That's weird. Huh? No, that's good, thank you. Yeah, bye. Wife just brought me my coffee, thank God. Did the test server just become online now? Let me see when I got notified. I was busy. Oh, it was actually at like 8 in the morning, so this was actually available all day. So coincidentally, probably right after I posted my video, so that's funny. Anyway, yeah, so we got the elemental worlds, not Geode. Feels like the devs kind of messed up on that one. Because we already ended up seeing that there was boxes for it. But yeah, let's do a little bit of long shade on all these different worlds here. Of course, I'll have a separate video that'll go over the patch notes and stuff. Block was a letdown. So that is the block stat thing. Okay, yeah, that's when they talked about it, I thought it was gonna be a bigger deal. Not just negates damage. Death defying. Oh, why did it save a replay? I don't know. What's the Mystic Converter cost? Good question. Let's find out after this commercial break. That is to say, after I finish this dungeon. And excuse my low energy. That's why I have my coffee. I'm sure the Mystic Gem Converter costs way too much. It is all placeholder, so keep that in mind. Oh my god. Oof. Oof, D15 sucks. Tell me, devs, what do you plan on doing about balancing the classes that don't deal enough damage compared to Boomeranger? Guess I'll just have to swap to him then. Okay, did I get a new box out of that? Oh my god, even the item per hour tracker isn't working. God, stupid video game. There we go. So there's one of the boxes. Open for water gem, dust, water gem, sparks, a crystal water gem, or possibly even a mystic water gem. Okay, so they're rare out of D15, so at the very least they're grindable. I appreciate that, but unfortunately you have to have ridiculous stats in order to solo here well enough to get enough boxes, so that sucks. Crystal gems are pretty common, whatever. Oh, a gold gem key? I don't know if I have any on this character, but I'd have to double check. I'll get in our box and I'll see. Oh god, this world hurts. Think you can get 50 KPR? I won't be able to. I think people with full Mystic might be able to. I did see that people calculated and you can only get like, I think it's like 500 or 800 more PR. It's not much. Especially when you consider that the test server actually has sigils up to 65 KPR now. You can't use gem keys on the boxes. Surely because it's a test server, right? Not because they just don't want people paying to win to get the mystic gems. It's not like we already have like a whole bunch of all these different store items that are obsolete in our inventory. What mods do you have? Bro, don't even ask. So what happened was I installed the Steam version of Trove so I could get a screenshot of that gigantic mount that was part of that pack that I talked about. Because I couldn't get a selfie screenshot with it, and it messed up all my mods. So, like now the game thinks I have mods installed that aren't even on my computer. So, I think pretty soon I might have to just reinstall this video game, which is gonna kind of suck. Because I've got like obscure UI, all the redesign visual mods and stuff, and it's like, bro, I checked my mod folder, those don't exist. Like, because it basically just, I don't know why, because usually the Steam version of the game is like separate. Like even this, I hate it. How do you even block? You don't. So you see that little thing, we talked about this in my video today. There's a new object that you can interact with that, as far as I know, makes you negate death damage, so death defying. And that's what goes here over this little shield. I don't know if it's stacking death defying or something. I really don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But suffice to say, it's underwhelming. Hell, I think a block stat would have already been like a lot more interesting. At the very least, this is more manageable than I thought it would be. Outside of the stupid knockback and stuff, and it does make these worlds actually have a point now. Oh, you know what I want to check? I want to check normal D15 and see if they ever fixed it. So we're getting one chest per dungeon, right? Hey, Magic. Twitch is a bit broken. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, dear God. Did they finally fix the D15, like this Prime World fix? Did they finally make it so that it's one dungeon equals one chest? Or is it still just random chance? Also, I don't want to dog on blocking too much because I haven't really experimented with it yet. I am, you know what? I am pleasantly surprised that both blocking and Mystic Gems are coming in the same update. That's dope. Because I thought it was going to be separate. Nope, chests are not guaranteed per dungeon, so ew. Which means that this world just became obsolete. Just like the normal Prime worlds. I'm telling you, man, they gotta just make it so that Prime dungeons will always drop a chest similarly to these elemental worlds, and then there you go. I will farm that world. This is not new, though. This is, you know. Anyway. Yeah, you know what? I keep underestimating that. I need to use Flask with my pot or D15. What? Is there something going on with the stream on Twitch side of things? I don't see any issues, but I mean, I did update my OBS. Uh-oh. Never update software. Wah, wah, wah. They hyped block up way too much. I don't think that they hyped up block way too much. I think that they purposefully kind of let us, you know, our minds wandered. Let's be real. We knew it wasn't going to be anything crazy. I'm a little bit surprised that it's actually more underwhelming than a block stat. I think a block stat would have been more interesting. How's baby Leon? Yeah, he's doing good. Today was... That's why you'll excuse me for being tired. Today was a tough one, man. His teething is really bad. He was screaming for like 30 minutes straight, nonstop. Okay. I don't want to do this, but let's do it. I see a crystal gem converter. Where's the mystic ones? Are they hiding them? They don't want to show them to players. Or, oh, is it because my shadow UI mod? Yeah. Let's see. See, what? I don't have any of these mods. Like, oh God. The redesign mods I don't have on my computer, except for the lockbox. Quick class, I think. Yeah, there we go. No, they don't seem to be here in general. Got nothing to do with the mod. That's lame. I was really curious what the price would have been. Oh well. I know the feeling. I have a 1-year-old. Yeah, well, he was doing pretty good. Like yesterday he was super chill, and then today like he just had a random spout of like pain nonstop, and it was just like, oh my God. And then finally after a while, like I just started like playing with him nonstop until he finally like cheered up. Hey, Dogsit. Don't ask me about the gems. Wait, what's going on with the Twitch, guys? You just keep saying, oh, there's something wrong. Basically, sorry for the YouTube side of things. There's issues on Twitch. Basically, your normal stream is in the top left corner of the stream. It takes up 2/3 of the screen. What? What the hell? Hold on. Wait, yeah, I see that. What? What's even happening? Why is it... What? Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't know how. How would I even fix that? What the hell? I genuinely have no idea what's happening there, but I'm gonna stop the Twitch stream for a second. What the heck? It's like my screen is in the top left and then it's stretched and it, what? Like that's not what my feed is on OBS, so. Oh my God, what happened here? All right, let's do 1280 by 720. Yeah, sorry guys, technical issues. I gotta try and resolve like right here, right now, so pardon me. Oh, I see, it was streaming at too high a resolution as well. Well, let's start that and see if that fixes it. I love how empowered Mystic Gem boxes have a chance for a class gem fragment. Of course they do. There, did that fix the stupid Twitch? No, it didn't. What? Okay, so that's a Twitch issue. What? Everything on my end is like proper settings. I've never seen that before. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna close the Twitch stream. Screw it. Meet me on YouTube. Crappy ass platform, dude. That's so scuffed. All right. Anyways. So it's not my end. Yeah, true. We can see the craft recipe for the converters. I'll check that in a second, which, oh my god, you guys are going to cry. Just because I did see the raw stat numbers. Okay, okay. All right. You know what? Love how it's the test server, and yet this is where it lags. Like, what? Yeah, I genuinely don't know what happened to the Twitch stream. It's very, very odd. Which club is the club that I always use on the test server? It's been so long. Yeah, the thing above my health circle, I think, is the blocking, but I don't know yet. I haven't read through the patch notes because I wanted to experience all of this myself firsthand. Okay, adventure table, gems, whoa. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff. Oh dear lord. All right. Mystic gem shards. What? Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's bad. Dude, devs, come on. And that's just a single one. And you know how many you're gonna need. That is rude. All right, Mystic Gem Converter, here we go. Okay. Okay, so it's impossible. This update's for the 10% of players, not for everybody else. That's not worth it. Show me what they cost in the store. And then you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make them really expensive in the store because they're like, oh, well, look how expensive it is in game. We had to make it worthwhile. Is this the time, guys? Is this the time where we just outright try to get Mystic Gems dropped and don't even bother upgrading them? Yeah, so that is true. The new boxes do drop crystal gems on the regular in D15. So that is something definitely to consider for sure. But still, that's brutal, man. That is, oh. Like that's really bad. Anyway, let's see the Empower Gem box. Why? Why does, what? Woo. Why does it cost Souls of the Depths? Devs realize that nobody can farm these except for like high delve people, right? Right? Oh my god, dude. Why is it a Mystic Gem Spark for every single one of them? This is okay. And then that's all just the normal boxes. Now, what I'm most curious about, this is brutal, by the way, the Empowered Gem Fragments. What I'm most curious about is, I mentioned this earlier in the stream when barely anyone was here. Where's our D15 Geo topside? Devs? I think you messed up. You know what? I'm gonna let my content creator guy know. Oh. So, I guess I should have read my DMs. Apparently, they gave me like a whole bunch of stuff on my account so that I could have showed you guys the Mystic Gems. And I just exported my account from the live server, so it just deleted all of it. So hopefully they will just give me more. Dang it, man. Hey, Roger. First time actually getting on the right time for a live stream. First time for me getting on at the right time? I know. I know. I know it's late, okay? I'm sorry. This is the only time that I have available when the, like, baby's in bed, wife's home, so I can rely on her for stuff. The end. Okay, what else did we need to test out? I want to see... Do you guys know where that new block thingy is? Oh, no. Grand Orrery. Pond of Power. No, that's not new. Angler thing. No, I've just never seen these because I don't bother seeing these. Master's Auto Scriber. Oh, I can see this because of my mastery. Oh, wait, I can craft this? I'll do that on the live server. Temporary upgrades to mastery collectibles. Interesting. The blocking thing is in the hub. Okay. No, I know, Roger. I'm just joking. Okay. Where is this Oh, there it is. Battle Block Theater. Okay, here's blocking, guys. Battle Block is a limited effect that can save you from taking lethal damage. Press E to purchase. Purchase. What did that cost me? Okay. So I can take 23. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you guys crazy? You're saying that this is garbage? Are you kidding me? Dude, this is huge. Death defying is no longer required. Bro, that is actually insane. Because if we can soak up 23 deaths, that's the same as having 23 flasks. I don't know what flask I would alternate to in general over death defying, because none of them are worthwhile in this godforsaken game, but that is huge, man. Okay. Death defying stopped being required when life leech got added. Says someone who clearly doesn't play in D15. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. Now our content creator said that battle block might be for qubits. Yeah, we'll see. It's all tentative. Nobody actually knows yet, unless they mentioned it in the Discord. Let me double check. It might be in the patch notes as well. I haven't read the patch notes yet. Nope, nothing new. Get out of here. No, there is a new post. Yeah, server did end up going up today. They do actually have a explanation for a bunch of stuff, including combat block, which is this new stat. Did the patch notes already mention all this? Yes, it does. Oh, yeah. So for the PTS, filling up your block will be free during testing and will fill by interacting with it. Okay, so it's not going to be free when it's on the live server. Okay, so it's worthless. Never mind. I take it back. It works similarly to death defying, but without healing you. I see. That is sad. Why? So death defying, but with extra steps, with a subscription fee. What? Why? Like, one step forward, two steps back. Why? It's such a cool... That got me so excited for a minute. Man. So, all right. Well, since we're on the test server, let's at least... I haven't changed my flask in years. Let's see. All right, hurt me. Wait, did they nerf them? Why am I... Oh, there we go. 23, 21, 20... Oh, it goes down quick because it doesn't heal you. Ouch. That would basically be 23 hits, so long as you're not outputting damage to keep yourself alive. What will it cost? No idea. It doesn't mention. It might mention in the dev notes. One sec. Like what they mentioned to me on Discord. That might be different than the patch notes. Dude, get over here. What's wrong with you? Yeah, jokes aside, Zach, like, death-defying, I still personally think is a requirement because I don't pay attention all the time. The life leech does make a difference for sure, but in these endgame worlds, if you're not paying attention and you're not constantly outputting damage, you'll die. All right, I'm just gonna put death-defying back on. Problem solved. Okay, let me see. Combat block. Filling your block will be free on the test server. For the live version. Wait, it's gonna cost credits? What? Oh no, it says qubits. Qubits and block element can be used. That scared me. Sorry, it's a little bit convoluted because the way that they explained it, I think they're saying that there was a bug where on the test server it said it required credits, but they're saying it doesn't actually require credits. That was just placeholder or something. Something that they probably patched out. So yeah, qubits and block element. It's still worthless. Why would I? Why? Like that. If there was a flask in the game that I preferred over death defying, then sure, I would go for it. But what? Elysian Bandolier so that I could have more flasks? It's not like. Let me show you guys something really quick here. So imagine we're like out grinding, right? And we're a sap. So we're constantly buying the block ability over and over again. Oh man, I'm at 16. Crap, I gotta refill it. Let me go to the hub and spend more qubits. Or oh crap. Oh, my flask, dude. I'm getting so low on my flask. Oh. And it was free. It blows my mind, man. Absolutely blows my mind. They're trying to monetize like, and it's not even blocking in the sense of the word. It's just death-defying. Like, oh, that's so disappointing. At first, I got really excited for that, but that is so disappointing. It's not even monetized. It's qubits, for Christ's sake. So what's the point? Because they're trying to find a reason to get... If it costs only block element, that would actually be good. Because then there would be a reason for that resource. Oh, wait. There already is. Crafting. I don't understand. I just don't... Like, what? Oh my god. So confusing. I know, they need to give us more daily qubits. There's too many things that cost qubits now. Like, that's the big problem. That's just... I'm so curious what it costs now. That's so weird. Best class for DPS, Solarian for a single target, Boomer probably for like everything else. Like, logically, I should swap to my Boomer to be more efficient right now because my Shadow Hunter is not good enough. Sorry, Shadow Hunter isn't good enough. It's not specifically me. There is going to end up being gem converters on the store, on the live server. Let me actually double check if they mentioned anything about that on the notes here. So they just say that it's going to be available in the store. They don't say for how much. Because that's going to be the route that most of us, I think, are going to go. My main issue is how expensive are they going to make it? Because, like, what's the current gem converter? The gem converter right now... Oh. If they make it for qubits, okay, fine. It's still going to drain my qubits. But if it's already like 15K for this, then what's it going to be for a Mystic one? 50,000? 25,000 would be there, just in terms of how much more it costs. But you know they're going to go nuts. And they're also going to end up making the credit cost like 1,500 is already insane for a credit cost, because that's like 10 US dollars, which I can't afford. I can't buy stuff on Trove anymore. It's just too expensive. So I'm expecting they're probably going to actually go the route of making it $20 a pop. Or maybe like $15 a pop. So you have to buy the $20 pack, something stupid like that. That's my theory. What's new max PR? I don't know. Do you guys know what the max PR was with people with Mystic, full Mystic gear? Was that 49.2? Because if it's 49.2, I think we can just get 50k now. It was 49.3? Okay. Because I think the new gems give a total of like 800 for a full set. So definitely over 50k. Not that I'll get 50k, because the gems are not that good. Oh, someone actually got 54.4k PR. Okay, cool. Yeah, probably because of the freaking gem stuff that they gave me in my inventory. And then I could have had a video talking about being 50k PR, but nope. All right. Well, 10 of these suckers. Can't use the keys. Oh, right. We're on the test server, so we also don't get our patron. Unfortunately. It was only 10. So that means we're probably only getting the Mystic Gem on the Karma, which at least on the live server is more reasonable. But the problem, I want to get at least one Mystic Gem because I'm so curious what the what it's going to loot collect into. Wish I checked my DMs when the dev sent me all that stuff. That's okay. He'll send it to me again, but it's just got to be whenever he wakes up. Do you think Knight needs a full overhaul? I think so. Not necessarily in terms of its damage, but right now its most efficient way of play is just holding left click, which I think is boring. I mean, at least the gem sparks are more common, so I kind of regress what I said earlier about the sheer amount of gem sparks, because one thing to consider, like, okay, it's not all doom and gloom, because at the very least, there is still a free-to-play equivalent way of grinding this. And for every Mystic Gem that we get, it makes D15 more manageable, which essentially just makes you more efficient at grinding Mystic Gems. So, long term, I can't say yet. Again, I should have checked my DMs, because they probably gave me a bunch of stuff that I could have like upgraded all my gems and just been able to give you guys raw numbers. But otherwise, I'll just have that video come out like tomorrow or in a day or something. Like, there still is positive here, and I mean, I'm not just hoping. On one hand, it's like, okay, at least it's something new to grind, and I'll just be forced to be in. Like, D15 actually serves a purpose now, but wish they would have given me a warning before they ended up trying to send me stuff, you know, so that I could have actually exported my character yesterday. Oh, the other content creators already got everything maxed out? Alright. That's okay. It'll give them views before I swoop in like a hawk. They seem to be doing that a lot lately, though, where I get messaged like last minute, and it's annoying. Like, at least give me a heads up, guys. Come on. But at the same time, I do appreciate like being able to test this out myself like raw instead of just skipping to the end and then telling you guys, "Wah, this is what it's like." Now at least we can all kind of witness the pain together for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely swap off Shadowhunter when this update drops. Ugh. My beloved Shadowhunter. No. Oh, Lord. Also, somebody mentioned as well earlier, let's see how it compares, like, when I also have Death Defying, like, which one gets drained first? If the devs are mean, we're going to have the battle block drain instead of Death Defying. The battle block drains before Death Defying triggers. Come on. Oh, that's oh bless them. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I needed that. All right, battle block that's the worst feature I've ever seen them implement. That is so, that's so dumb. How come Shadowhunter's so weak? It just doesn't have the damage consistency for the end game areas, unfortunately. Yeah, and then also, prime example, when I was in the lava, because it doesn't heal me, it just ticks you down. One tick equals one block. And that would have been how much cubits? Just down the drain? Which is a time-gated resource, by the way. Just a reminder. Terrible implementation. I'm not saying that the stat itself is bad, but the execution is just, that is embarrassing. When did they message you? About the test server stuff? Probably earlier today. But my point is, give me a couple days notice. I guess they couldn't because they were trying to figure out like if they could get the test server up this week anyways. I'm terrible when it comes to responding to anything like DMs, emails, you name it. No. Why? Okay. I'm on the test server. Just switch to a crappy tome. Jesus. Come on. Yeah, I got a lot of those sparks, though. They're extremely common now. So that's nice, I guess. Not that I need them. But we will. The block set is a prime example of how the devs don't play the game. True. That one especially, like, that was supposed to be their big, like, solution or overhaul to making melee characters better. Like, paid Death Defying? Are you serious? Like, unless this isn't the block stat that they were talking about, but that is some serious copium. That is actually, like, genuinely embarrassing. Like, oh my god. Who? Oh. It feels like such an executive decision, you know? Like, that might have just been like Game Ago straight up, like, how can we monetize health? What? You heard me, Ted. Do I need to stay online? When your account's exported? No. So to clarify, when you guys go on the live server, you just type /export account, one word. And then you won't be able to log into the test server for like 5-10 minutes while it's exporting. But you can just close the game or leave or do whatever. It's just gonna do it like server side. Actually, it might be faster exporting now just because we're on the better servers. Maybe. I don't know if that was the issue. Okay. Let's, I still want to try and get my hands on a Mystic Gem if I can, but it looks like I'm not going to. And then we should go through some of the notes that they left me. Yeah, I should be using Boomer, I know. The thing is, so Shadowhunter I'd say like is the funner class, but as soon as you get into this area, the fun is over. It's no longer a video game, it is a grind. In which case Shadowhunter doesn't keep up, it's not strong enough. So just use Boomer instead, you can just swap all the same gear over. If you have issues exporting, export on the NA server and stay in-game for 15 minutes, then go to test server. Good work then. Oh, really? Interesting. Never heard of that. Thanks, Naxi. Also, your color, Naxi. What? Actually, you know what? I got a color for you. There we go. Long time coming. Meanwhile, my main is Shadowhunter. Yeah, me too. But again, like, you can just swap all your stuff over from Shadowhunter. Like, Boomer uses the same kit, so you're fine. I keep checking my inventory because I don't know what it looks like. I don't think that the redesign mod is gonna make it reflected properly. Why is this cursed skull red? Yeah, there's some tomfoolery going on with my mods and I hate it. Shadowhunter should be viable with Mystic Gems. Yes, the argument would still be said that Boomer would just be better with Mystic Gems. But yeah, that would basically be what I'm working towards. Like, I keep thinking to myself right now, like, when this update goes live, I'll swap to Boomer just so that I can grind for efficiency's sake. And then once I get enough Mystic Gems, I'll definitely be swapping back to Shadowhunter. And I'm very curious to see how well he'll handle this. Again, once they send me some gems here on the test server, then I could test it all out. Do I have an origin portal? I do not. Blech. Oh, look, guys, it didn't cost me cubits or anything to refresh my flask. Oh, God. Oh, we're going to have a mod. Oh. I think Exodave is dead, which sucks because I always use his mod here. Wait, are these Mystic? Why are they... Are these Mystic? Those are Mystic. Oh, we got Mystic. They're just glitched. Oh, because Shadow UI. Oh my God. Okay. So we got some Mystic Gems, boys. Not bad. Where is... Shadow UI inventory? Is that what was doing it? Yep. There we go. Oh! Shadow UI is also a dead mod, which means that I'm not going to be able to use my beautiful mods anymore when it goes to live server because they're going to be out of date. Okay, interesting. Well, I guess we'll try leveling one up and take a peek. Joe's not here, otherwise I would. Except I can't actually sing happy birthday to Joe because, believe it or not, the happy birthday song is licensed. Yeah, I'll check what they loot collect into in a second. Let's do some testing here. I'm gonna level up one of these. I'm gonna go... Whoa, 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 why is it auto-leveling? I didn't click auto-level. No, 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 you stupid game. Oh, I see, I pressed the wrong button. Let's go... So far, it's not costing a Mystic anything. Right! I forgot these gems can go up to like level 30 now or something ridiculous. Right. Let me see. Oh, there's a couple rebalances to some of the classes as well. Not Shadowhunter, though, near as I can tell. Oh, thanks, guys. Jesus! Draco got a huge buff. What the heck? I might have to try maining Draco. That's actually insane. Wow. Okay, I'll save that for another time. That caught me off guard. Gems can level up to 35 now. So I'm assuming from level 30 and up is when it starts costing the new resources. Let's just get it to 15. Okay. Well, at least up to level 30 in this. I don't know. As soon as it gets to 20, I think. No, still? This has got to be placeholder. Why is it not taking sparks? Let's get it to 25 and then see. It's draining my gem dust. Okay, there's the 25 normal sparks. Does it start taking the bad sparks at 35 plus? Oh, so from 30 and up is when it starts taking the mystics. Dude, that's actually not that bad. That is actually implemented quite well. I'm honestly a little bit surprised. Because otherwise it's just the same cost as crystal gems. And what about loot collecting it now at level 25? Still normal sparks, so... Not worth. Okay, Stop. God, that was expensive. So it got to level 28 before it started costing. The mystic ones, I mean. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. So that means when we convert these gems, we've actually got a couple level advantages. And then otherwise it's just gem sparks. 16 a pop is pretty brutal. Oh my god, that is a lot of gem dust. Granted, we get these sparks a lot more common now, but this alone is 20. That is... Hold on. Math time. So that's 30,000 times 20, 600,000 of any given gem type. No, 600,000 of every gem element. Sorry. And then plus the specific element itself is 480,000. So we're looking at like we're looking at over a mil of gem dust for a single level. For a single attempt, I should say. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. We went there. That is... Granted, I can't... For right now, that's atrocious, but I can't say that's awful yet because remember, we'll get a lot of these sparks way more commonly now. So it'll make more sense. But yeah, otherwise, guaranteed you got to level up your gems with 9th lives. You save them for the mystic gems if you ever plan on getting to that point. And that's... Therein lies my biggest problem with this game, is because the gems are already so monetized. So monetized. There's already like 50,000 different things, you know? Ugh. That's... You guys want another little slap in the face? All of this is lesser gems. We haven't even seen the empowered gems yet. Oh dear God. Let alone getting an empowered gem in the first place. Like, oh my God. I think so that you don't lose your mind. I think the only possible solution is getting the gem converters. That's literally the only possible thing that you could go for. It's just way too convoluted to try and grind it without upgrading gems. There's so many unnecessary steps. Oh. Whew. I hate convoluted design. That's my biggest issue. That's why I'm having like a mini heart attack here. Show the Mystic Gem Converter. Oh, look, here you go, dude. 200 Souls of the Depths for one. For one. You have any idea how many Souls of the Depths that is? And 10 of these. That's just a casual like 10 million gem dust of every type. Sorry, 600,000. No, that's more. That's 600,000 times 10. So 6 million of every gem type of dust in order to craft these. And then this is only gotten in the Delve depths. I have never even done that delve once because you need to have a good solid group to be able to do it. They're gonna make it so expensive in the shop. It's gonna be such an overpriced resource, dude. Like, I'm not against being pay to win, and it seems like that is just the route that they're going. They're trying to make, this is like Genshin Impact. They're trying to make it as confusing as possible. Like, that is just, that's brutal. No, it's 600k, dude. It's 600k of every gem dust type in order to craft 10 of these. Oh Lord. Okay, let's break it apart. Let's look at the new currency. Let's not look at the 600k gem dust, because more realistically, we're going to be getting these extremely commonly. So that would be actually 20 times 10 instead. So you would need 200. So not bad, honestly. Sounds worse than it is. It just in terms of the gem sparks alone, because you gotta consider that we were getting crystal gems out of every gem box, and if we level those up to 15 and then we loot collect them, we get like what, 4 back or something like that. So it's not that bad. Granted, I want you guys to really, like, if there's one thing I want, you know, nail you to the wall and just say, these are an item only to go for at the end game. Nobody else, you guys don't even need to bother with Mystic Gems if you're an average player. This is content for the 10% of players that can actually like take advantage of it, which is very weird. Yeah, the gem sparks aren't that much of a problem. I'm just still thinking in terms of like raw gem dust. The gem sparks aren't that bad. The Souls of the Depths, on the other hand, maybe if I can... Okay, here's the thing. If I can get strong enough that I can start soloing the delves, then I could start grinding these. But I need to get these converters in order to solo the delves in the first place in order to get these. So, you know, it doesn't work out. It's like, I need experience to get a job, but nobody will hire me because I need experience. It's like, I don't know. I'm so curious what they're going to charge for these. I'm so curious. I'm going to ask my guy and see whether or not he'll let me know. I'll ask him if there's going to be a qubit option as well. But I need them to send me all of the goodies. And then let's not even, like, these, I'm trying to think. Somebody also mentioned earlier in chat that these Mystic Imp boxes can still drop class gem key fragments. Which they shouldn't. They should only drop Mystic Gems considering their cost. Oh, Lord. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. We're going to have to wait until it goes live to know, but yeah, because the reason, see, it even says right there, open for a chance to get class gem key fragments or a Mystic Empowered Wire Gem, because they copy and pasted the drops from the other boxes. Can they drop 2-star Mystic Gems? I guarantee it. That's the thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my old videos where I did Empowered Gem box unboxing. Those boxes alone are insanely luck-based. I've opened like maybe 100 or 200 at a time sometimes, and I don't get a single good gem that I need. Like, I need to know what they're going to cost, like cash shop wise. If they're worthwhile, like I'm expecting them to be very expensive. I'm scared they're going to be too expensive. That's what I'm worried about most of all. Because if there's a qubit option, okay, let's say, I would say 25k qubits would make sense compared to this cost. They are probably going to make it 50k qubits if they did, which I would not be able to afford then. Just casual 10 years on this game, by the way. But as far as the credits, like I think they're gonna be aiming for like $15. So they're gonna be aiming around like maybe 2.5k credits to 3k credits, so that you have to buy this pack in order to afford it. But I don't want to try and calculate that, just because that's just a guess. I really don't like that. Let me see if they mentioned anything about the cost. Again, at the very least, in the defense of the game, at least you can still get it all free to play. Well, to a degree. There's a lot of it that you can't, let's be real. The gem converters, no. Empowered gems, I mean, it's extremely time gated. I think that the devs seem to have forgotten that empowered gem boxes in general are time gated. So, yeah, it just says it's in the store. There are some balance changes to a lot of the classes. Gunslinger got stronger, oddly enough, which is funny because Gunslinger was already really strong. Faye got stronger. Vanguard got stronger a little bit. Pirate Captain kind of got stronger. That's an odd change. You know how with Pirate Captain, with your class gem, you can throw down 2 turrets? Well, now you default throwing 2 turrets, and your class gem lets you throw down 3. But your ultimate ability is 35 seconds now instead of 40, which is actually huge because Pirate Captain does a lot more damage than you would think. Revenant got significantly stronger. Oh my god. And then I still can't get over how much they buffed Draco. Like, that's actually insane. Trials of Luxian item pool updated to max Fluxian. So we actually get to vote on the items. That's interesting. They increased the amount of Dragon Souls you can get from Luxian per week, 30 instead of 15. Cool. What else we got? Yeah, so they gave us the Elemental Worlds D15, not geoed for whatever reason. The new sigils. Class selector now remembers last selected filter. Oh my god, people use these? I guess cool. Oh, hey, here's something worth mentioning. Players will receive 1 week of Patron if they play for at least 1 hour on the test server between now and the 20th. They intend for the test server to be open for 2 weeks. Interesting. They also mention how they won't have it on the test server, but they plan on fixing the vacuum in the geode caves ready for live patch. So if I had to guess, I'd say that this is probably late August, maybe September update. Interesting. Gearcrafter vaults don't seem to drop Mystic gear at 54 KPR yet, in case someone wondered. So they either patched it or it's just that uncommon. Because, yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind, Naxi. I'll, once they give me the stuff to upgrade all my gems on the test server, if I can hit 50 KPR, I have so many of those boxes. I want to start opening them and test that. Is the 1 week Patreon going to be a coin or automatically be used? I don't know, man. I would assume automatic on the 20th and up. I don't know. But it's only like an hour, so. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's check out. Do we got normal D15? Oh, we do over here. I'm an idiot. Okay. $40K vaults tested. Yeah, that's okay. So maybe they did just remove it from the loot table. It was there for a bit. Stop playing after 5 years. Should I come back? Yes, I think so. The game's gotten a lot better. Despite the overall negative tone from myself in chat right now, that's most of all just because there's been a lot of strange changes to the game coming in this new update. Interesting. Do these not loot collect into Mystic until they've actually been upgraded to level 30? I don't know if I like that. Okay. Yeah, maybe. So what I'm assuming happened with the Gearcrafter vaults is I think it was a mistake. Or they were testing the waters, you know? Or maybe Mystic Gear is just that uncommon. You never know, right? It might actually be that uncommon. Because I've gone 8,000, if not a full stack of Gearcrafter boxes without a single C5. So 40K and not getting Mystic? Who knows? It's up since 2018, played a lot back then, got a few characters 30 KPR. Yeah, so the main selling point that I'd say for you since you last played is a lot of the classes got overhauled. And more importantly, recently we had servers migrated to a new physical server, which is like significantly better. Oh, Gem Day is gonna become way more important now. Right. I gotta remember. Yep, Revenant's still invincible. And coming with this update, Revenant's gonna be significantly stronger as well. Too bad Shadowhunter didn't get a buff. But nobody does Shadow Towers anymore. They migrated all the content from Shadow Towers. And every class technically has Life Leech now because of the skill tree. Because, yeah, I guess you haven't played in a while. Can you get C5 at 40 KPR? No. No, you gotta be 45K. 45k, and you have to have the gear crafting maxed out. Actually, I have all of my gear on this guy. We could test. I don't think I've got good gear. No, I do not. But what's my damage now? Yeah, that raw damage is pretty significant, honestly. Because what they changed, where is it? Like, they changed a lot of things, but I noticed this one right here. So Draco's basic attack had its coefficiency upped by 50%, and Dragonborn damage went from 2.5% to 10%. So Draco might actually be like super viable for endgame now, which that'd be cool. I would main Draco, even though I got all my gear on my physical class. Keeping in mind I am keeping in mind I am not an optimal Draco at all right now. Yeah, Draco slaps. What the hell? He's doing more damage than my Shadowhunter. This is so sad. My Shadowhunter has all of my gear on it, including maxed out like everything that I possibly can, except for my Mystic or lack of gear. Oh my god, this is so sad. Buff Shadowhunter. Justice for Shadowhunter. Oh right, I gotta keep throwing my babies. I'm not used to playing this character anymore. Yeah, if you were an optimal, like, full Draco main, this class is actually really good for endgame now. Not that he wasn't already. Like, he's already invincible endgame, but now he's actually dealing damage. Why did he get a buff? I don't know. No reason, I guess. Now, man, now Shadowhunter sucks. Shadowhunter's overused? Yeah, because guess who mains it? And guess who's popular? He's got 2 thumbs and no hair. The problem is Shadowhunter's just not, like, outputting enough for it to be worth me maining in this world anymore. Like, my damage, obviously, single target is better on Shadowhunter, but if I had, like, a full maxed out Draco, because I'd be actually attacking groups of enemies with optimal damage instead of a single enemy. What would actually fix Shadowhunter, rather than like a little damage buff, which it desperately needs, is if they made it so that your shots would shoot through enemies, because then he wouldn't be sacrificing so much damage on a single target. Because that's the biggest problem, is a lot of the Ara characters have some sort of AoE that helps them like kill a bunch of enemies, not just one. And let's be real, the ultimate ability is still god broken on this class. Hey, E6. Is there a D15 of all gem worlds? Everything except for Cosmic. I don't know why there's no Cosmic, which... Ooh. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking the files that I had from the other day. There's a Cosmic Gem box, so... Weird. I feel like they either made a mistake or it's just not here yet. I mean, D15 Geode seems like it should have come out with this update, but I guess they're saving it for whatever reason. Yeah, I'll check later, Naxi. I'm sorry. I think because it exists in the rotation of long ship. Oh, yeah, you might be right. But you think they would really go the extra mile of making it so that this would drop Geode boxes if Geode was in rotation? Because technically, these are in rotation too, right? That's stupid if that's their logic. I don't like that. Just give us a D15 cosmic world, please. Why do I keep collecting everything? Yeah, cosmic gems are gonna end up being an absolute chore if they don't plan on adding a cosmic world, because then that means we're gonna have to manually get up the gem sparks. Ugh. And if you have to wait for it to be in rotation, if it even ends up actually just giving you guaranteed cosmic gem boxes, which I assume not since it's a prime world, that would suck. That would actually be, that would be terrible. Bye. Oh. Please remove knockback from my Seeker arrows. Also buff Shadow Hunter. If you're gonna buff all the other classes, buff Shadow Hunter. Even Gunslinger got a buff, and Gunslinger's actually like really good. No. Sorry, E6. That's not what I meant. Yes, I know the elemental worlds are like in their own respective area, but what I mean is how like, oh, Treasure Isles, it's in there right now. That's technically all this is. You know what I mean? That's all I meant. Oh, I see. One of my mods, yeah, it's severely messed up. It's actually reverse coloring them. Blue is elites. Okay. Either way, it's stupid. Like, and prime boxes drop cosmic gems. Yes, but prime boxes, the problem is the prime boxes are not guaranteed to drop from every dungeon. And they can drop everything, right? Can they drop cosmic gems? Actually, good point. Cannot contain cosmic gems, at least for a D14 gem box. Yeah, okay, so no, then there's definitely a D15 geode coming, for sure. 100%. Yeah, it's just not here yet, for whatever reason. Because otherwise that means we're not going to be able to get our cosmic gems. Funny, because they're the ones that give us the light. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to upgrade our... Hold on. Oh, you sneaky snakes. You know what? I think I know why. So maybe I'm reading too deep into this, but I would not put it past them that they're not giving us Geode D15 yet because it would make the gem converters more valuable, right? Because you would not be able to get like the other items and stuff, like you can't get Mystic Cosmic Gems vanilla. You'd have to do this, so this is like an early way that you could get it because it's not implemented in the game properly yet. Interesting. I doubt that's what they're doing, but let's see. I want to see the description for these new D15 boxes, if I can ever get one to drop. Oh. Oh, okay. Did the world rotate or something? That's weird. They should add depth cores to D15 topside 5 stars. I completely agree. I think that they should have depth cores. Depth cores should have never been Delve exclusive. That's the problem. It means it's... Wow. Whoa. Okay, this world is broken. Interesting. It's a test server. Yeah, it's broken. Like the world keeps crashing. Is it because it's cycling? How much dust do you recommend people to stockpile? Here's the thing. If you are talking in terms of gem dust rather than gem sparks, then frankly speaking, don't bother with the mystic gems. Mystic Gems is something for end gamers to chase. Enough said. Because otherwise you're gonna need, like, millions of gem dust. This is the worst I've seen the servers. At least it seems to have stabilized now, so it must have just been a couple bad worlds. Come on, drop a box. There we go. Where did it go? There it is. Cannot contain cosmic gems. So 100% confirmed Geode 15, Geode D15 is coming. I don't know why it's not with this update. I got 50 mil of each gem dust type. Nice. Okay, so you can craft a couple things. It's bad, dude. It's really bad. I think per gem converter, assuming that you had the souls of the depths in the first place, it's what did we calculate it to? It was something like God, it was like a couple mil. So 30,000 times 20, 600K. So 600K times 10, I think it was, right? Yeah, so 6 million of each gem dust type just to craft a single converter. And you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So actually, now I'm curious. Yep, so your 50 mil gem dust is not enough. You need 72 mil of every gem dust type. Not including the Souls of the Depths, which is actually the most egregious item. I refuse to believe that the developers calculated this for more than 2 seconds. Yeah, 72 million of every single gem dust type in order to get enough converters. But then the amount of Souls of the Depths that you need also. Let's, you needed, what, 200 per or something? So you need 2,400. I don't even think it cost that much to get a full set of Mystic. That is an insult. You know what, E6? You might be onto something. So I can't really talk about this, but let's just say that there is something happening with Leviathans. So maybe that's why they're saving the D15 Cosmic World. That's as much as I can say right now. So you might be right. Maybe they're gonna save that for like another update, which would make sense. What was I doing here? I was gonna loot collect stuff just for the sake of it. Yeah, this frustrates me. Let me see. Can I afford these? Yes, I can. I can afford one. Wait, I can only afford two. Like, really? Oh, because my fire gem sparks. Okay, that's pretty atrocious. But let's see. Let's use a kitty. Upgrade it once to level 29. And it's still... Shh, guys, shut up. Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything with Shadow Tower bosses. If they put Shadow Tower bosses in the open world, that would be pretty cool. And then for anyone that's just tuning into the stream, let's not undermine the fact that we have the block ability now. Let me show you guys this, just in case someone's just tuning in. So there's this new thing right here, right? And you see this little tumor on our health bar? So that's essentially death defying. So if I click on this, I've got 23 extra death defying. It's gonna cost cubits every single time you want to purchase it. It doesn't heal you, and there's no temporary, no damage taken. So if you stand in lava, it is 23 seconds to consume your cubits. Or, you know, you could just use death defying like a whole bunch of times and then just use a rejuvenation station for free to get your flask back, as has been the way the game works for decades. So I don't understand their logic. Genuinely do not understand where they're coming from with all of this. Now, I will say, out of the D15 world, oddly enough, it seemed like in the main elemental worlds, we were still getting normal boxes, not just the new boxes. So I don't know if that's a bug or not, because that would essentially mean that we're getting twice as many gems. Granted, the mystic boxes, as you can see, at least all drop crystal gems. And if you want to be super efficient, the way that you would go about this is you would level this gem to level 15, then scrap it, because it's going to be more worthwhile. But unfortunately, the loot collecting mods that I use need to be updated, because vanilla, I don't even want to know how bad it is for you guys on console, because otherwise you're going to have to loot collect hundreds and hundreds of gems one at a time. And I don't feel like leveling up hundreds of gems to level 15 so that I can loot collect them. I'll still do it, but I'm going to complain about it. So there. Yeah, I think the rejuvenation station should just cost credits. Just true. You guys ever play Ragnarok back in the day? Ragnarok Online? Health potions were paid. So you could only grind a certain amount per day and then you would just run out. So what me and some homies did was we noticed that you got 500 of a lower tiered potion for completing the tutorial. So we just kept completing the tutorial with alt accounts over and over again to stock up until we eventually got to the point in the game where those potions just didn't heal enough anymore. And then we stopped playing. What's the best way for me to get stronger? If you're at 15 PR, wait, you must mean 15K. Because you're talking about Crystal 2. But if you're at 15K, get max level first. That'll give you the biggest power spike. I've got a video already for this year that talks about PR. So there you go. Oh, did I get my title, by the way? Like my content creator's like title? Did they give it to me yet? I don't know how to change my title with my mod. Oh, there it is. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. My special title, no. I gotta ask them. Whatever happened with that? Man, there's a lot more titles than I remember. Jeez, I guess I got a lot of them. Yep, if you play on the test server for an hour, you get a week of patron, so that's pretty nice, actually. It was a pain to upgrade all 216 gems. Oh, you actually tried to have all your gems on all your classes. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not doing that. That's the thing, like, my biggest issue with a lot of, like... My biggest issue with a lot of the design of this game, and this is beyond, like, the Mystic Gems, but there's so much, like, convoluted extra button presses, you know? Like, for me, one of the big things that I choose is... I think everyone would choose convenience over tedious. And they keep on adding these new systems to the game that unfortunately just make the game more tedious, because the devs won't overhaul the loot collector and add some sort of a filter to it for end gamers, which means that we have to manually unlock things one at a time like an idiot. Now, there is the loot collector mod, which does allow us to loot collect up to, like, I think Crystal 4 or something, but that doesn't affect gems, and I don't think that mod is going to get updated for this game because that modder left. So it's just, I don't know, it's frustrating. There's a lot of like really bad design choices here that I just feel really frustrated about, because the game is just getting like more and more stiff in terms of its UI management. And I mean, I'm not saying that Trove's UI is great or anything like that, but it's getting worse. And I feel like it's another similar problem. Maybe I'll let them know about the loot collector thing. It's another similar problem to chaos chest items. Years and years and years ago, I remember talking with my brother about how they kept adding like chaos chest items, and we just kept thinking like, isn't that just gonna snowball out of control if they don't make it a more convenient way of managing it? And sure enough, it did. And now here we are, you know, that's an example that can be used over the course of everything in the game. Dragons, gems, everything. You know, because they don't end up, like, no offense to the devs, but genuinely, they don't put in the work where it matters in terms of like UI management. I wish that they would, because they ended up putting in the work for overhauling the servers. That's something where I don't think most people are even, you know, going to notice, let alone be like, oh, this game feels a lot better, rather than a flashy update of a new class. But in this case, it's like the UI just keeps getting worse, man. I don't know. I'm still questioning, like, I'm so curious what that cost of the converter is going to be. Yeah, I don't know. Add depth souls to the Leviathans? No comment. Shh. I'll just say that E6 put it into perspective. There's something that I know about that I didn't really think could coincide with everything going on right now. So this might not be as bad as we think. It depends how long it takes for them to implement the other stuff, though. Bro, forget 20k qubits. I think it's going to be 25k and up, maybe even 50k, because the devs are insane. And the credits, I think it's going to be somewhere around the $20 pack. I don't think they're going to have it in the $10 pack anymore. I would love it if you were right and it was 20k qubits and 2,000 credits. But I feel like that's just, you know, it's not enough of a price increase. I'd love it if it was that, though, because then at least it would be manageable. Could try... wait, what? Oh, Eric. Yeah, sorry, you just hopped in. I did test Draco. I don't have an optimal Draco, and I was handling D15 pretty well. So yeah, if you are a Draco main, be happy. Let me run through some of these changes for you guys. So, Floromancer has some healing buff. Who cares? Like, from healing 4% per attack, now you heal 6%. Okay, they acted like this is a healing class in this game. More importantly, Gunslinger, basic attack damage increased by 15%. Nuts. Run and gun cooldown from 40 seconds to 33 seconds. Run and gun duration from 10 seconds to 11. Huge. Fade Trickster dance damage has been increased by 25%. Absolutely insane. Glitter Bomb costs less energy. The cooldown of the Fade Dance is a bit better. Vanguard. I wanted to see this one. What did they do here? I-beams are cheaper. Melee attack damage has been upped a little bit. Funny because the range damage is the problem with that class, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, Vanguard, who cares? Pyro Captain can throw down 3 first mate turrets instead of 2 if you have the class gem. And then your ultimate has a lower cooldown. Revenant, check this one out, guys. Revenant Vengeful Spears went from 5% damage to 15%. That's insane. So Rev got a huge buff. Spirit Storm is cheaper, doesn't drain as much health. Spirit Spears also don't drain as much health. Draco's basic attack went up by 50%. Your ultimate abilities damage went from 2.5% to 10%. And then Tomb Raiser, I guess you could call it a buff. Max health of minions increased by 20%, so they should stay alive a little longer. I don't know. But yeah, those are some very welcome changes to a lot of the classes. I really wish that they would end up buffing all of the classes, because there's a lot of issues with the game right now. I've seen a lot of you mains in here that I've been talking about the Knight. Knight is very powerful right now, but he's really underutilized and underappreciated because his most efficient way of play is just left click. Hold left click. That's it. It's the most efficient. There is no reason to use his other abilities right now. So he needs an overhaul, unfortunately. Ice Age is fine. I could see a better cooldown on the abilities. Shadowhunter needs damage. It needs a damage increase or a little bit of an area of effect to its shots, or just the ability to shoot through enemies. Unfortunately, like as they've slowly buffed up all of the classes, Shadowhunter is slowly getting left behind again, which sucks. Faye's okay. Barb is probably gonna slowly get worse and worse. Neo Ninja is still surprisingly strong. Gunslinger is now way better. Draco's good. Boomer's still probably top next to Solarian. Tomb Raiser, I think, should have got a damage buff to its minions rather than just health buff. Rev's good. Lancer is probably falling behind. I didn't think about that. Chloro is still really, really good, surprisingly. If you know how to play it, it's a little tricky. Dino Tamer definitely needs a bit of a buff. Vanguard just sucks, but that's most of all because its ranged abilities are broken. Bard probably needs a buff as well. It's falling behind. Yeah, all the changes that I mentioned are coming with this update, so probably in like 2 or 3 weeks from now. But a lot of the classes didn't get touched, which is unfortunate. So I'm hoping that this is all just like, you know, step 1 of 2, and they've got more coming. At the very least, I will say the better servers has made a difference across the board in terms of consistency with damage. And Lancer, for example, is so much more fun because the lance, like the grappling hook, actually works. No Bard changes, unfortunately. Is there a reason everyone plays Boomer? It's the most efficient, unfortunately. So Solarian, Boomer mains are going to hate this. Solarian out damages Boomer like crazy, but it's single target damage. And when do you do single target damage? Oh, against Leviathan. And then when do you do group damage? Everywhere else. So that's why everyone uses Boomer. He's still not a very good speed farmer, in my opinion. Unfortunately, now that I'm at the end game, he's required. Any Neon Ninja changes? Don't underestimate Neon Ninja. When they overhauled Neon Ninja, a lot of people, like, the big thing that a lot of people are underestimating with Neon Ninja, myself included, until I ended up doing my more recent 45k video last year, his ultimate ability is insanely good now. Like, he does a lot of damage with his ult, Neon Ninja. So actually use it instead of just relying on the shurikens. Solarian takes time to ramp up damage. Boomer has instant burst. Yeah, true. But Boomer is also a little bit RNG. But yes, I agree. That's the main reason. Most of all, like, my main point is when you're playing Solarian, it's because you're fighting like something at the end game that's too powerful that takes a while to die. So that's why you would, I don't know. That's why I could see people using it instead. I was just surprised when I was testing it on the D15. It was like, oh, Solarian keeps more damage, but you use Boomer because you can just deal damage right away. And unfortunately with this update, like this whole D15 debacle, like I'm gonna have to use Boomer. I hope that they can end up giving me all of the gem stuff here on the test server so I can do some proper testing for you guys. I wonder if they're giving me enough stuff to upgrade my current gems, or if they're just giving me enough stuff to test both magic damage and melee damage, or physical damage. I could ask them to give me a full set of like... No. I was going to say I could tell them to give me like a full set of C5 and stuff as well, but that'd be too annoying. I think it'd be cool though for the sake of testing if they ended up doing all that stuff. I might see, I'll wait and see what they plan on giving me on the test server first before I ask for more. But yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I do too, Dawson. I swap everything over from my Shadow Hunter to my Boomer. Wish they would give the clam and long shade an animation to let people know when the wipe happens. Or just, you know, fix that ability. It is weird they didn't touch Lunar Lancer, I know. But I'm going to be stuck using Boomer, which kind of sucks. And I don't have a good sword. So I might actually have to use some of my Trovian loops to get his Crystal Ring ability. Do I even have the right Crystal Ring? Ew. No, I do not. I mean, I do, but it's a C3, which... Yeah. Otherwise, this is a... Oh, it's a C5 melee. Okay, so I can just use that. I'm stupid. Never mind. Yeah, swapping gems doesn't cost anything anymore for gem swapping. Thank God. But unfortunately, there is a bug that the devs don't seem to be aware of. If you take a gem off, why didn't it have to confirm? Hold on. Did they change that? Okay, it took off my gem without confirming, but it didn't replace it with the new one. Wait, what? Surely that must be one of my mods, right? Hold on, let me turn all my mods off just to be sure. Otherwise, that's huge. That saves so much more like button inputs. What was I just talking about with the loot collector and crap? No, even if it is a mod, that's still insane. What mod would that even be? None of these have updated. So, oh, there's a stupid obscure. There we go. Get those off. Get out of here. I'm trying to think what that would even be. So it's still not perfect. The fact that it doesn't ask me is great. No, it's not auto easy happy UI because I always have that one on. I'll turn it off just in case. But so here's the thing. What used to happen was you would click, drag, it would say, "Are you sure?" You would click yes, and then it would put that new gem into this slot. But for whatever reason, they changed it, and now instead it just unequips the gem. At the very least, it's unequipping the gem without the confirmation now. So that is huge, but I still don't like that I have to click and drag it 2 times like an idiot. But that is still very nice. They need to fix it so that I would just click and drag and it would just swap it around and that's it. But otherwise, yeah, they changed that. That's a vanilla setting now. That's huge. Huge because, again, it saves a button input. Like, you have no idea how annoying this is on mouse and keyboard, you guys. When you guys are on controller, it's not that bad. That said, you can just, you know. But now at least it'll be less time hitting the button. So that's nice. I do wish that it would actually swap it, though. Did they change Dino Tamer? No. Unfortunately, Dino Tamer kind of bad, lol. Oh, you know what? I should check and see. Dude, I can't get over how smooth that is. That feels so much better. Now just make it so that it just swaps the gem outright. Let's try Explosive Epilogue in D15. I never tried this because I don't need Volatile when I'm in this world. Is sword or bow better for boomer? Bow is better for raw damage. Sword is better for group. Bow is better if you use the crystal Bach ability or whatever. Oh my god, these adventure worlds are broken. Sorry, I just needed to clarify that because I don't often use my crystal ring effects. Basically, yeah, like Owl said, farming, use your sword. Bosses, delves, anything that requires damage, use the bow. I personally would end up using the sword, honestly, just because it's lazier. Alright, come here, stupid. Was that the boss? No, that's the boss. Hits are not being detected properly because the server is dying for once. Whoo! I have not seen it this laggy in a long time, my man. Interesting. Oh, that's killing enemies makes them explode. That might still help with groups, though. Let's see. I mean, it's better than using volatile velocity, but I'll still just use boomer. A lot of people trying to get the week of patron. Yeah, I don't doubt it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, the Cyclone ability is really good for pulling enemies in. That's why the sword, I like it a lot better. The hit registration is going crazy just because there's a lot of people logging in, like a lot, probably. Not only just because of the test server being available, but you gotta consider that people are getting free patron. How's the new block feature supposed to work? It doesn't. It's garbage. Don't even pay attention to it. I'll have, to clarify, for those of you that are just dropping in, I'm going to have videos that'll talk about all this stuff and dissect it. You know me. But yeah, to give you a quick summary, this right here is the new blocking. See this gross thing on my health bar? It means that I can die 23 times. The same as death defying, essentially. Except, unlike refilling my flask, this is going to cost qubits. So just use death defying instead, and don't bother with the blocking. Oh yeah, Curiosity Merchant. Thank you. I completely forgot. Because I think he should have the new costumes, right? Ooh, yeah, I gotta tell them to throw me those. There, I'll ask them and see if they can throw me these. Otherwise, if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna buy them. My country's money sucks right now. Like genuinely, it's I can't buy credits anymore. It's too expensive. But yeah, I don't know why this is gonna cost qubits, not credits, qubits. But it's like it's time gated and it's so strange. It's so strange. Those Curio costumes actually look pretty good, but yeah, let me show you guys really quick how the blocking works. So, okay, I guess the world is dying. Oh dear God. So the interesting thing is that when you have the block ability equipped, it will actually dominate over Death Defying, meaning that even if you have Death Defying equipped and you take fatal damage, it will take one of your paid defensive blocks rather than consume a Death Defying flask. So there's just no reason to have it, is basically what I'm saying. And because Trove is kind of like, as much as I love this game, as much as like Trove's kind of a garbo game. And so there's no iframes when you end up taking fatal damage. So, as you will see in the example presented before you, I have 23 blocks. And now I have 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, until my natural health regen kicks in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now I'm on Death Defying. I don't know how many cubits that's going to be, but I was able to expend that block stat in 25 seconds, roughly. Did the notes say that it would cost cubits or block element? As far as my understanding, it was cubits and block element, but let me double check. No, cubits and block element is what they said. Yeah, so disgusting. Either way, there's no point. There's no point doing it. Like, why? If it costs just block element, okay, whatever. It would be another stupid thing that I would never bother taking advantage of because, you know, I have Death Defying. Oops, I just consumed, oh, my flasks are back, guys. It didn't charge me 50 cents. I genuinely question, like, if the blocking was at least a new experience, a new feature, like based on how they were explaining it, it sounded really exciting. Like a block stat where it's a percentage chance that you would end up blocking a percentage of damage. That would actually be really cool, but that would require work rather than them just having a paid Death Defying. It's Death Defying that can continually drain your cubits, as if there isn't enough things that drain your cubits in this game. In fact, you know what we got to test before we log out for the day? Let's test it against, let's test it against Aphira and see if we get one shot through it. Yeah, because then, and only then, I could see it having a benefit. Not really, but mostly it would just be people that go to super deep delves with all the abilities that one-shot you. I'm still expecting it to just kill me, which would be funny because then that would mean they just literally copy and pasted all the code from Death Defying. Oh yeah, and if it blocked the clam insta kills, yeah. Forget Aphira. Let me go and do that. Yeah. Maybe that's the route that they're going. Rather than fixing Death Defying, they're just gonna. Yep. Let's try that instead because that's the same thing, and this world is dead anyway. I might actually be stuck. Even if it protected you from the one-shot clams, like, it would only be something that end gamers would take advantage of. Which maybe that's their point, but even then it's cubits. It's not credits or anything, so it's like, why? Why does it cost cubits? Like, they're trying to constantly add value to the cubits, and I don't know why. Because most of the things that they add for cubits are, like, so unorthodox that it's like, why would I do this? I might have to test this next time. I think we're soft locked, stuck in the world. Probably would have to wait for it. Can I use chat? Go to world. Jub. Can I pull myself out of here? No. Increase daily qubits? Yes, I agree. There's too many things that cost qubits right now. Like, bro, I'll do videos calculating like how many dragon coins you need, how many hours you need to end up grinding all the coins for all the dragons and stuff, which is like 800 raw hours of just dragon challenges, not including the amount of break time between, right? Oh, world's loading. I will not even attempt calculating how much qubits you need. Or if they had repeatable qubits. That would be nice. Just an infinite grind. Never mind it being time gated. Please don't die, world. Please. Dungeon's already done. Can you please share the mod for the boss? Bro, I literally posted a video about 2 days ago. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, forget Ephira. Let's find a giant crab and see if it one-shots me through the block. Crab, where are you? No. 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 I don't think there is one here. I don't even know how we're going to consistently test this. Like, this is going to be rough. On its own, you need 180k qubits to convert all your gems to crystal on one class. Yes, exactly. Oh, was there a clam there? I didn't even notice. Let me double check. Sorry, because my boss radar mod is like messing up right now. My mods in general are messing up. Where was he? Like, was he on the top floor, middle floor, bottom floor? Oh, there he is. Never mind. All right. Come here, dum-dum. Do your ability. He's doing the ability right now. I'm still just healing out of it, so I'm getting lucky. Come on, stupid. I think it's actually keeping me alive. It might prevent one shot through death defying. That's actually really interesting. So they know it's a problem. And that's their solution. I need to know how many qubits it costs to know if that's worthwhile. Because you would have to refresh it so often, dude. I still don't agree. I don't like that. Yeah, like block is definitely for depths, and for D15 5 stars then for sure. I guess at least it serves more purpose, but I still don't like that just because I feel like that was a bug with death defying, and rather than come up with a solution for it, they just decided to throw it on the side and have it drain your daily qubits, which, okay. Knowing the devs, it's probably gonna be like 1,000 qubits too. Yeah, and I know, and it's not like you drain through it so quickly. If Trove had iframes after you took damage, instead of just like, you can literally take damage constantly every tick, rather than like a oh, and then, you know, wait for a moment. You'd have to, I mean, granted, if you used cubic, but how do you recharge the block? Go back into the hub, interact with the stupid crafting table. It drains more qubits. It doesn't drain anything here on the live server right now, but update doesn't seem worth grinding at all. No, it is. But again, it's for 10%. It's for the 10%. Like, okay, you know what? I can make plenty of our side videos talking about all this stuff. So let me just wrap up. If you just tuned in, I'll have other videos that'll talk about it. Apparently they're planning on, they were going to throw me a bunch of like mystic gems and stuff so that I could actually do some end game testing. But unfortunately I exported my account over all of those items. So, essentially this update is only going to affect the 10% of players that are at the end game, rather than the overarching amount of players. So unfortunately, if you're at the point where you're already struggling with like crystal gear and stuff, then this update doesn't affect you. There is literally no reason to take part in it because Mystic Gems are such an egregious chore to obtain on top of Crystal. Like, Crystal was already hard enough. Mystic, let's be real, is going to be pay to win because technically you can get free to play, but the sheer amount of time that you would have to dedicate towards grinding up the resources to max out Mystic Gear is absolutely insane. Like, it requires millions of every gem dust type. That said, what about this update affects everybody? There's some buffs to certain classes, not all classes, unfortunately. The new block ability, as we just researched, is basically another thing that only affects endgame people. I think that a lot of people are going to be tricked by it. Maybe it would be useful for someone who's at the early game and doesn't have Death Defying and is just getting too frustrated. But it does cost qubits, which means that you are literally eating into your daily limited qubit supply that is detrimental to your success early on in the game. Like, qubits are one of the biggest time-gated resources that is required for a lot of progression content. So, yeah. If I'm at max gems right now, is it fine to start grinding? Like, grinding this update? Yes. If you're on a strong enough class, like let's say you got max C4, I want to say max C5 gear, and you've got maxed out crystal gems, then yes, you can most definitely start tackling this update. But what is going to happen is there's going to be two different players here. There's going to be people like me where I hope to God the Mystic Gem Converter is not so egregiously overpriced that I can actually afford it, because being Canadian and this game not having proper conversion rates, I'm 60 cents on the US dollar. Like, it's actually insane. I remember that little short that I made where I bought this credit pack like twice and it was like $60, 60 US. For me, it was over $200. And it was just like, okay, I can't afford Trove anymore because my country sucks. If you don't go the pay to win route, that means that, unfortunately, you are just not getting gem converters, which means that you are going to be grinding the elemental worlds of D15, and you are going to be getting mystic gems from level 0. It's going to be pain, but that's the only option, because if you're trying to craft up these, guess what? You can't, because it requires such an egregious amount of souls of depths. And where do you get souls of depths? From very, very deep delves, which means on average, you probably have full set of mystic gear in the first place in order to even get to the point where you can consistently farm these. So it's just not going to happen. The only reason I have these is because of events and dailies and stuff. But unfortunately, with D15 being as problematic as it is, you're just going to have to swap to some of the stronger characters like Boomer and stuff. That said, if you just grind raw mystic gems, it's still going to suck because you're going to need a lot of gem sparks and stuff. But honestly, that would be the route that I would go if you aren't going to be pay to win, is just getting fresh gems. It's going to take a long time, but generally speaking, it's not nearly as painful as trying to upgrade your gems. That's going to be the biggest problem for a lot of people like me that are at the end game and have everything maxed out, is just it's going to be more cost effective to upgrade. And even then, I want to give you guys a very, very stern warning. And I'll have videos that'll talk about this. But if, let's say, this update comes out in 2 to 3 weeks and you do plan on getting gem converters, or maybe you're a freak who can actually craft these gem converters, do not waste these on lesser gems. Only do it on empowered gems. Because the empowered gems, oh boy, don't even get me started on the empowered gems, okay? Because they're bad. They're really bad. Like, anyone who's at the early or even mid to end game knows just how bad it is to get empowered gem boxes in the first place, let alone get the gem types that you actually want out of them. These Mystic ones require you to have fragments from an Empower Gems, which is gotten by loot collecting in Empower Gems. And I think you only get like 3 fragments per, so that's a ridiculous amount per box. And these boxes can still get class gem key fragments. So that's a lot of RNG and a lot of wasted time. So convert them. Convert your Empower Gems. If there's one thing you're going to convert, it's the Empower Gems. Does the converted gem give more PR? Well, the Mystic, like you're going to, essentially there's going to be the conversion item where you can convert Stellar Gems into Crystal. And then there's another conversion item that looks the exact same that converts your Crystal items into Mystic. And the Mystic Gems can go to a higher level on top of the extra PR and extra stats that they can give. Let me grab, there was a link somebody showed me. Let me see. So if I'm reading this correctly, oh my God, please, stupid computer. So the Mystic Gems can go up to level 35 now. And taking into account, I'm assuming this is a single empowered gem, hypothetically a maxed out crystal gem being upgraded into Mystic and being maxed out. You're going to end up getting 582 power rank and 165 light. We're not talking about the normal stats because those don't matter. Whereas with a lesser gem, you're going to be getting 273 power rank and 121 light. So max PR is somewhere around like 44 or 54K. So, oh, sorry, you're talking about converting the gem into Mystic. Do you get stats? No, I don't think so. Most of all, I would just say, like, you want to convert your Empower Gems and then yeah, for sure your Cosmic Gems. Cosmic Gems especially would be the priority gem, I would say, even more so than the others. That's a good point. Actually, thanks for pointing that out, Melly. Okay, so let me dial it back and just say, if there's anything that you're going to upgrade out of this update, it's your Cosmic Gems. Don't touch the other ones. Because then at least that's only 3 converters. Okay, whatever. It's probably still going to end up being very expensive in the store. But at the very least, you'll get the light benefit. And that's going to have a huge difference in terms of the damage that you'll do in D15, which will allow you to get more gems because you can get more boxes. Unfortunately, with this update, we are not seeing the Cosmic D15. I think I know why, but I can't talk about it. Suffice to say that there's something else coming with Geo D15. I'm pretty sure. If there's anything about Mystics from Gearcraft Revolts. So from what I heard, I think one of the errors, so to clarify, being part of the content creator program, they were supposed to have thrown me like a whole bunch of crap so that I could test stuff and show you guys like raw numbers and junk here on the test server. Unfortunately, I read that message after I exported my account, which deleted all of that stuff off of this test server. So I'll know, like I'll get all those items, but it'll probably take like a day or two. Point being is I heard, I think Naxi was saying one of the other content creators opened like 40,000 boxes with 50K plus PR and they didn't get a Mystic, which doesn't guarantee that you can't get Mystic. It just means that the odds might be extremely low. I'm not exactly sure though. Why is this not open? It's the test server. I have this open. There we go. So whenever I end up getting my 50K PR, I'll at least be able to test 50,000 of these boxes. Roughly 60,000 boxes. And see whether or not we just... If I don't get any Mystic, then I think we can rule it out that they removed Mystic from the 50K drop chance. Maybe it's locked behind 55K, which currently isn't obtainable. So... yeah, let me actually see. So someone's asking about my light. I want to calculate that too. Let me see. So, yeah, the light wouldn't be that much of an increase. So in total, let's see. So the lesser gems give 121 light. and power gem really only gives 165. That's pathetic. Okay, so you get 407 extra light. So for me, I'm gonna be able to hit over 13k light, which is not that big of a deal when you think about it. But as far as raw PR, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is 3,930 extra power rank that we can get this update. Yeah, that's like that's the thing, guys. Like as much as we're all kind of up in arms about a lot of these changes, it's most of all there's a lot of very poor implementation choices with this update, but it's by no means like something that you should just completely avoid. Like the update overall, suffice to say, is just adding mystic gems to the game. It's just you have to be very careful with where you go with those gems, because you don't want to you really want to be cautious with the resources, because it's going to be a huge time sink, which I think is their main goal. Let's be real. But generally speaking, it's not like it's an impossible update or anything. It's just there's certain aspects of it that are kind of like, whoa, that's disgusting. Highest PR is like 54.4k with this update. That is keeping in mind full mystic. So I'm hoping that I can beat 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'll be able to get 50k PR with the maxed out gems. I think I'll be at 51k. Not impossible, just not worth it. No, I disagree. Like, there's a lot that I like about it. I'll say that at the very least, there's free-to-play options, right? I know that that sounds like a copium, but genuinely, and one of the other big changes that they didn't even talk about in the patch notes is, look at this. No confirmation to pull our gems off anymore. Oh my god, what? I do wish that I could simply right-click the gem to equip it now. Or something. Actually, hold on. Is there a secret command that I don't know about? Like shift click, shift right click, control click, control right click? No. Alt click? No. Wait. I think I just found it. Wait, what was that? What was that one? What? How many would you like to move? What? Wait, you can control click on something and then click on something else to move its slot? That's so weird. I don't understand. Unless that's deleting it. Wait, I have to find something that I can control click that's not gonna... Okay, no, never mind. I have no idea what that was doing. It just said, would you like to move this? I have no idea what that meant. God, I wish there was a command to just click this into here. Actually, you know what? Can't I just... On console, you can do this. Where you just click this slot and it just goes... Bam, bam. God damn it. I hate it. Whatever. Anyway. Lame. Does that mean that they're going to have to update this so that it shows the Mystic Gem Converter as well? I guess so. The UI's not going to be able to fit it. Just want a little more light out of the gems for the amount of work it would actually take to get them free to play. I agree. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out. Sorry, I'm a little bit scatterbrained just because I'm thinking about all this stuff. Overall, is the update good or bad? It's a little too early to see like how egregious the grind is. at the very least, like the gem sparks, I think are going to end up being like a lot better than we think, but it's going to take time. The empowered gems are garbo. The conversion free to play is impossible. Like that's stupid. But we don't know whether or not the Mystic Gem Converter is going to cost qubits or not, which would just mean it's a matter of time to get it rather than this, which is just an actual scam. Anyways, have a good one, guys. I'll have videos out.